Hi guys, so this is a video showing you how to go about the second part of your, the second assignment for drafting your career research paper. In this one you will be drafting your intro, your conclusion, and your works cited page. You've pretty much already done all of the hard work by drafting all of the body paragraphs, and now you're just going in and you're putting in the other parts. None of these parts need to have, in your intro and conclusion don't need to actually have any sources in them. Your works cited page, you should already have all of the citations for already. You just need to go and find them. So let's get started. First of all, drafting an introductory paragraph. Like I said before, you don't actually have to have any sources in this part. All you're trying to do is take what your audience already knows about your topic, start from there, and work your way down to your actual thesis and what you're actually talking about. And so I'm using the same sample paper that we had before here, and you can see how I've broken this down. You're starting off with elements of your subject that your audience is already familiar with. Then you're explaining your topic, and then you're finishing off with your thesis statement. And so I've color-coded all of those. In blue here, she talks about, just in broad strokes, about what social workers do. She says, social work is a challenging and rewarding profession, and social workers are vital to our society. Very straightforward. And very good for getting your audience into the headspace of what you're talking about. Next, explain your topic, go into all of the different details about your topic. So for her, she's talking about secondary traumatic stress and how it affects social workers. So she starts off this part. Those in the workforce experience high amounts of violence and ongoing trauma with clients' lives, and this repetitive response of suffering may result in a complex type of burnout known as secondary traumatic stress, or STS. STS, also known as compassion fatigue, is a term used to describe the emotional stress that care providers experience from exhibiting empathy and concern for clients while simultaneously absorbing their trauma. So she is explaining basically what STS is and introducing us to the concept of it. And then finally down here she has her thesis statement, where she's going to give a one-sentence explanation of what her entire paper is about. STS can be debilitating and is highly prevalent in the social work profession, so it is vital for someone considering the field to know the signs and symptoms. Okay, so introduction, very straightforward. Start off very basic, go into some details about your subject, just some very basic details, and then end with your thesis statement. You can get more fancy than this if you want to. You can make yours longer, but remember we only have 750 words. You can go longer than that, of course, but don't do it in your intro. All right, next, the conclusion paragraph. So this is your last paragraph that goes at the very end of your paper. It's very similar to what you're doing in your introduction. You've already gone through all of the different parts of your paper that you're going to talk about. You've explained your topic very thoroughly. You've brought in lots of evidence, and now you're wrapping everything up. So generally the first thing people want to do is they want to restate their main idea. So in her case, she has said secondary traumatic stress is highly prevalent in the social work industry, and the symptoms can be debilitating. She basically, that's very similar to what she wrote in her thesis that we just read, right? Next, she is going to cover some of her main points. It could damage a person's relationships, both intimately and professionally, and if untreated, can cause detriment to someone's life. Furthermore, secondary traumatic stress harms the social work profession by creating an unstable work environment or possibly hurting clients. So yeah, again, she's restating her main points there. Those are the things she talks about in her body of her paper. Finally here, she's going to wrap everything up in a nice little bow. You can do this in several different ways. You can explain the significance of your issue. You can put your issue in a wider context. You can do what she's doing here and give a call to action. Whatever works for your topic is fine. So by knowing the signs of STS, further social workers may better understand what to expect and which symptoms to be aware of moving forward in their profession. So she's basically explaining to people why they need to know more about this, why they need to research up on it before becoming a social worker, because they're going to experience a lot of this kinds of problem. All right, so that's your intro and conclusion. The last part here is your works cited page. This one isn't spaced correctly. Let's look up here at how this is supposed to look. So this is one of the citations that I created before. I'm just going to insert works cited, and now you can see how this is supposed to be spaced out. When you did all of your research in class, if you're still using the same 3 sources that we found in class, and those are the only sources that you're using, then you should have all of this done already. If you remember when we went to the library and found sources there, you were able to find your sources on Academic Search Complete. And if you didn't get any, I'll show you how to in just a second. Let's see. If you go back to databases, if you find in Academic Search Complete the actual article that you were using, let's see. If you just put in the title and author, you should be able to find it. So on your title page here, if you look over to the side, you'll be able to see where it says Cite. If you click on that, it'll pull up this window, and you can scroll down to where it says MLA 9th edition, and you can just copy paste this right into your works cited page. You'll just need to fix up the font and everything. Make sure it's all Times New Roman. Make sure it's all 12 points. And then make sure it's all the right color. Where's the color here? Not that one. I was doing so well there for a second. Okay, well anyway. Hold on a second. Okay, I found it. It's right here. Then to fix the spacing, okay, it just fixed it itself. But usually if it didn't do that, you could just press you could put your cursor at the very beginning of the next line, press Enter to start a new paragraph, and then press Tab, and it will move the first line over, and then you go to the next line and you press Tab again, and it'll move that one over as well. So you also need to make sure that these are in alphabetical order. This is not in alphabetical order. I just fixed this. Y'all saw me fix this. Okay. So we need to move this one so that it's below the other one. All right. Yeah, you want to make sure that the first, whatever the first word is, if it's a last name, if it's a title, either way, that needs to be alphabetically organized throughout the paper. So make sure that you have all of your sources in here. You might have 3, you might have 20, whatever you have. Make sure that you have all of them in here in MLA citation format in alphabetical order. If you're missing any of your sources, that'll cost you a lot of points. All right, guys. Good luck on this part. Make sure you turn in all 3 of those parts to get a full credit on this assignment, and then add all of them to your draft as well. Good luck, everyone. See you all next time.